Huh, 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 huh. And that is the noises I make when I am sleeping with girls.
I did not need to know that was like the sound you make when you drop your load, my friend.
I didn't think that would mean dropping the load, but like, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. I don't know. It's like, so yes, welcome to another episode of Shooting the Scythe. I'm here with my good pal and comrade, Jablipity Blue 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 Blue, Jablonski the Cybernuts. So right before we started this episode, we were watching this video, right? It was 14 minutes long, and it was called Toy Skeleton Haunted and Possessed. This is let me read this thing all the way through, okay? So the thing is called Toy Skeleton Haunted and Possessed dash This is Demonic Crazy by OZSSX. And what happens is it's just the whole video are these two old people just with this like weird pirate skeleton Halloween toy, essentially. Is it? And they keep pressing this button and the first thing they hear is it going like, "What do you want?" And then they just keep hitting it and it keeps going, "Ad, ad, 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 ad." And then we have to like they keep doing this for like 10 minutes straight. Like it's not working. And then Jablonski, tell him what happens. Tell him what happens.
It just keeps going faster and faster and faster, and the lady's freaking the fuck out. And the lady's freaking the
Yeah,
fuck
it's like it's like freaking out like crazy. It starts like this weird like super freaked. Joe's like, "I'm a very freaky guy," and then he just goes crazy and crazy, and she's like, "Ah, Jesus, help us, Jesus, Jesus," and then it just ends with the dad with Grandpa unplugging it. I gotta see if there's anything else on this YouTube channel. Please tell me there's more. Um, the episodes include Image Resizer, Killer Kitty's Christmas Party, and Kitty's Christmas Party 2014. Nobody's uploaded to this channel since 2014. Let me see if there's a description. No. No, there is not. But it's almost getting close to 2 million.
yeah.
Anyway, so my question to you, Jablonski, is you ever had a possessed toy like that? Have you?
Many people have. It's called a fucking Furby.
Did you have a Furby growing up?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, do you regret getting rid of it?
No, I don't.
Really, you're not one of those people
Because
who wanted to revel at the opportunity of making a long Furby?
no. So that motherfucker scared the ever living shit out of me growing up because it would be in the closet, the darkest part of my room,
And I would
in the
go like
middle of
me shala bule booba papa beeper
in the
Furby.
middle of the night. It would go off. It'd be like 3 in the morning. That thing would fucking go off,
Oh yeah, my sister had a baby Furby.
and I'm like, I'd be waking like the fuck. And I hear it. I'm like, around this time, I was still kind of scared of monsters in the closet.
Oh yeah, we all went through that phase where we were afraid of monsters in the
Like when
closet.
it came out in what? It came out in what, 97?
We were afraid of gay monsters. It was the past, man. We were afraid of gay monsters when we were a kid, and now there's people out there who, and now we're just, yeah, it's cool. The gay monster can just hang out.
90. That's the October 1998. So I was 7 at the time that these
You
little fuckers
remember
came
the
out.
exact date?
No, I looked it up. My memory is not the greatest. This just comes
Why?
with
Because you're like
the
push.
autism and the age.
I was gonna say like yeah, because you're pushing 40. Why not?
I'm like 33 right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a year younger than you. Because people, no one says on a good podcast like
One
two.
kid to me.
No one says a good podcast like two old guys just sitting here talking about Furbies. So, little hints here. I went to Galaxy's Edge this week. I went there and with my new costume, and I got this cool side bag, right?
Yeah.
I actually posted it in the Galaxy's Edge Discord, and it was really cool. It's like this. Remember when Kuma went with us? Wait, no, you weren't there with us when Kuma went with the second time. He had like there's this cool satchel. It has like all these little four bags on there, and like a cool side bag with like another little bag in there. And it had all this shit, and it was awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, day one, I spent the entire day just walking around. I didn't want to do any rides because I'm saving it for tomorrow. Um, I was gonna do the bounty hunter thing. I fucking forgot my Apple Watch and my Magic Band.
Oh,
I gotta get a new Magic Band, honestly. I would love to do that. But yeah, I would like I'm like, ah crap, that's all I was gonna do. So later I went to get Sarah, right?
yeah,
And when I get her, I'm still in costume. I have to take her to the doctor's at and while she's in the doctor's office, I am trying to reorganize myself. I have because when I go to Galaxy's Edge, I bring a lot of shit.
yeah.
In this case, it was my droid bag, my new droid escape pod, which I'm going to be rebuilding because the bionicle pieces that I showed last time weren't really sturdy enough.
I figured as much.
Yeah,
They look a bit shaky.
and we went there and made a lightsaber for her. She made her first lightsaber.
Oh,
I left like a proud parent, right?
yeah.
So she chose power and control, and she chose a red Chris.
Just like her man.
Yeah, that's what the girl that registered, and she showed her crystal color was red.
Ooh,
Yep. I mean honestly, she did try and see if she could pull a black crystal. I told her to use the dark side because I kept recommending her to be a night sister, and the she chose one of the red crystals. It wasn't black, but she got a Saj Ventress. I'm like, baby, at this point, it's fate. Come on. But like, yeah, I now can get that centerpiece so I can connect the two power and control lightsabers to one cool badass single blade lightsaber with the long hilt. I can run up to a Jedi hot. I can go up to a to another person in Galaxy's Edge, hold out my thing, and go like, "Cease hostilities." But yeah, day two, I went there, broke as shit, and I couldn't buy anything. I got like one cup of blue milk, but um, it sucks because I wanted to get a pack of Sabak cards because I really want to see if you and me can learn how to play Sabak.
yeah.
But instead I just went on a couple of rides and I just stayed in Galaxy's Edge. I was just staying in there walking around for 7 hours in this costume. I don't know. I was interacting. I was hiding medallions. I was doing all kinds of cool shit. There was like so much there. I'm like, I could spend all day here. I want to live here. But like, the big hit was my droid. Was my droid. Honestly, people loved the droid. And this was 2 days after
Yeah.
the day after, and the second day after May 4th, and there were still some leftovers there. Some cosplayers were still hanging out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Can't wait to get you back down here so I can fucking see if you can how well we can perform on the new Smuggler's Run ride.
I know.
I can get you in, dude.
I know you can. It's just a matter of with everything going on right now. I am not in the best spot
Fly
to make
in,
another Florida trip anytime soon.
really fly in, fly out the same day.
Yeah, I don't have money for plane tickets, my guy.
Take a bus or a train.
Still costs money that I don't have right
That
now.
and that and Jablonski's
I have a bunch
also
of.
locophobic.
I've actually never ridden on a train before.
Yeah, because you're locophobic.
No,
He has Jablonski has a fear of riding on a train.
it's not that I have fear of riding on a train. I've just never ridden a train
He
before.
has a fear of riding on a train. No doubt about it. I'm not kidding you guys. That's what he does. He doesn't know how to ride a train. He's afraid of trains. Trains cannot be trusted, can they, Jablonski?
They can.
No, they can't. You know that because you don't like the trains. You don't want to go. You were watching because of all that trauma you had watching Thomas the Tank Engine. You heard the song, the moment you heard the song da 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 da, and then pretty much you saw that face and you're like, nope, never riding one of those.
I would say something, but at the same time, though, too, it's a spoiler for Final Destination Bloodlines.
How could
Oh,
you?
I've seen all the
How could?
dude
How is that a spoil?
TikTok.
How is there a spoiler for Final Destination? Wait, is Bloodlines out yet?
I believe so. Yes,
Oh, good. How did it do?
you're there. Just the premieres happen.
Final Destination. We were watching the Cinema Snob review Final Destination 3, and it's just as stupid as I remember it to be. Look, Final Destination 3 did one good thing only, and it was that choose their fate feature in the DVD extras where you can change the deaths,
Oh, it's this Friday.
or you can make the girl stop the coin flip and just prevent it from happening.
Yeah,
So I can ruin Final
it's
Destination.
because of early previews.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of this they showed it. People have been showing like all the death scenes and whatnot
I know, and they're all
online. So
stupid. Like I like how they
I do love the. Do you see the marketing for the movie?
kind
Newest
of.
marketing
Oh yeah, the one with the
with the
logs,
log tra-
the log
with the
tray. That
log
was
truck
pretty cool. I love that.
I was like, oh my god, they know, they fucking know. It
Yeah,
scared the shit out of us.
this is my review of every Final Destination movie. Number one, that was fucking cool. Number two, that was good, not as good as the first. Number three, how did the roller coaster accident happen if a roller coasters run on air? This is coming from a guy who makes a living operating a roller coaster, by the way, so I can vouch for that. And two, how did it happen if the guy got that dropped his camera, which caused the thing, got out? Four, okay, you're not gonna follow the books. Five, do you even care anymore? No, four, I can sum it up there. Four, nobody likes NASCAR.
I will say this about about the concept of the new movie
Yeah.
is that it's actually an interesting one.
It's the parents that are getting hit.
No, it's the whole fucking family
Yeah, I hear you.
because the I'm assuming it's like the grandparents and all that were not supposed to live.
True, but like that's the thing. Like, what is Death even doing in those movies?
Being a petty bitch.
I know he. I don't even know what his plan is at this point. He's like, you give people visions, big deal. What are you expecting them to do? Stay there and take it, or like, I like to think Death is like
But
taking a bet with God, and he's like, watch me kill people. I can do it as an artiste.
no, it's supposed to. From my understanding, it's supposed to be a no, no, no. We're not playing this game of you're not going to see your own death. You're going to see everyone else's death, and you're not going to do a damn thing about it. I'm saving your ass for last.
It's really stupid. Like this one, at least the main Death with the tower is kind of following the book series because the
There's
one
a
that takes
book
place at
series.
yeah, the book series, there was a book series that came out with it. The one that takes place after 3 is supposed to take place in like a nightclub.
Yeah,
And there also was a short-lived comic series.
but
I mean, people are only going there because it's Tony Todd's last movie, so yeah.
yeah, it
For
is,
the record,
and
he's not Death. The director has confirmed he's like Todd, he's not actually what was meant to be Death. But yeah, Final Destination 3, like I was watching this, I'm like, this movie is really stupid. First of all, why would you put swords behind a weight machine like that if they were in that danger of being knocked down?
yeah,
Although it does
the
have one of my favorite lines ever uttered in a thriller film.
hmm,
Fuck, fuck you, Benjamin Franklin.
um, one of the other things I saw too was the I really like how the end credits were
Yeah,
very simple but very effective.
of
It and on top of that, some people are speculating it's a hint. They're hinting at another one
course they are.
because okay, so I'm not going to say what's on these things, but the end credit scene is a coin rolling down just row after row after row of newspaper headlines
Interesting.
of the deaths of the characters that happened in the movie. And
Interesting.
as you go further down, you see more newspaper clippings.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm like, that is very simple but effective.
I mean, like you look at like some of the other stuff there. I mean, like I don't know. Have you ever seen the alternate deaths of Final Destination 3?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there was a in the DVD. There's a feature called "Choose Their Fate" where they shot like all these alternate scenes about stuff you can do. Like, what happens if the guy honk when they're in the drive-through instead of honking the horn once, they honk twice? What will happen? What happens is the guy comes by behind, turns around and flips him and like, oh fuck, that's Frank. We gotta get him out of here. So they save him. I'm like, yay, they saved the perverted guy that caused the accident.
Yeah.
Yay. Or you can do the thing where at the beginning where you just have Wendy stop the coin toss and then just everybody it shows where everybody is now.
Yeah.
You could see what happens if one girl gets out of the tanning bed. What happens if the girl tries shooting the nail gun at the pigeons and she misses? What happens if the guy who gets killed by the cherry picker moves to the left or moves to the right? The one where
Yeah.
there's even an ironic one where they go to the guy in the weightlifting clinic and instead of going there, she looks back at the computer and analyzes the photo again. He's like, okay, there's a weight coming over his head. I think it might have something to do with that. And then the moment they go and he looks at him and goes like, what the hell are you doing? And then he gets crushed by a weight and dies.
You want to know what's more convoluted than the fucking Final Destination movies?
I don't know. Any other horror movie?
The goddamn Saw movies.
I like the Saw movies because they're at least creative.
Yeah, so I saw a video of essentially the timeline for all the Saw movies,
Not counting Jigsaw, I'm
and
assuming.
I think it does.
It's not. It's like a complete. It's not. Bleh.
I think they're more focused. They were more focused on
Oh no,
the
not
canonical,
Jigsaw. I
the
mean,
canonical.
Spiral Saw. Spiral
It,
Saw.
yeah, it's more focusing on like just the movies
Yeah.
or the canonical movies, but it is fucking wild.
I mean,
It especially gets crazier after Kramer dies.
really. Well, yeah. He has like.
Yes, because
Yeah, go on.
he has a cult, and
Yeah.
it's like all these other disciples, and I'm just like, I cannot keep track of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's like interesting stuff. Still, like I saw Saw. Did you see Saw X?
I can't say that I have, but I can't say that I haven't either.
Saw X does something that I really am happy they did. They don't follow the victims of Jigsaw's thing. They just follow Jigsaw John. You don't see the Jigsaw killer. You see a guy who's actually desperate to find a cure for his cancer. And when he finds
Yeah.
out and when he finds out that it's a fraud, you're just waiting for him like, yeah, fucking kill these guys.
Oh, I
Like
think
you're
I've seen only one Saw movie in theaters.
yeah.
I say it was Saw 7.
That was Saw
It
3D.
was it was the one with the healthcare worker.
That was
The
Saw 6.
Yeah, Saw 6. It was where like at the end the boy pulls the lever and the fucking needle's filled with acid just comes right down behind him.
That's one way to scratch your back. It also has the worst reverse bear trap I've ever seen.
It does.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's not a reverse bear trap. That looks like a Mac store version of it. What the fuck? I mean, it doesn't even do any good. King Douchebag escapes. Or as I like to call him, Detective Douchebag. I don't like Hoffman. I think he's kind of a
Yeah.
prick. The funny thing
Yeah,
is that, like,
it's so fucking convoluted too,
there was a
the whole
there was a
thing.
guy on YouTube who was able to predict the ending of Saw 7 like 4 years before it happened. He was able to figure it all out. And yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's a convoluted series. It really is. But yeah,
It's fun.
Saw X is great. And look, I get it. I know why they're bad movies, but I just can't help myself. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Even the
So
short, even the short film they used to pitch it is awesome.
yeah. So I'm currently going through my trade binder for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I realized since I can't really do events right now,
Yeah.
with everything going on, I'm just slowly getting like packs here and there and building up my binder again. So that when I do go like in late June, maybe July,
Yeah.
uh, I'll have a updated binder to
Cool.
show off. It'll actually look nice.
Nice, man. Oh yeah, I went. Did I
Yeah.
ever tell you that I was going through my trading cards recently and I found out I have an Ancient Muse sticker card
Yeah,
still sealed in the packaging from the Pokemon movie.
that might be worth something actually.
Really?
Might
Look
be.
look it up, Mr. Trading Card Dude.
All right.
Gotta find it though. Though it's somewhere in my room somewhere. I also have a sealed Charizard card, but I don't think it's like official. I'm like, I don't even know how to play Pokemon. I just collected the cards because I was a Pokemaniac.
It's the Ancient Mew, right?
Yeah, it was the sticker. You know what I'm talking about?
The Ancient Mew promo. Last I have seen ungraded, it's like $52. Uh,
Neat.
PSA 10. So if you got this thing graded, just shy of 700 of over $700.
Wow, graded as in what does that mean?
So what you do is that you mail it out, and they'll look at the condition of it.
Hmm.
And grade 10 is a perfect grade. Uh, like
W-
nothing's wrong with it, everything is fine.
Like if it's like slightly bent or something like that.
Yeah, it'll go down in grade.
Ah, damn.
Any for Ancient Mew, anything below a grade 8, you're losing money.
Yikes.
Yeah, a grade 7 is less valuable than ungraded.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like I have one somewhere, I think. But yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself because I did get rid of a shit ton of my Eden collection a few
Damn.
years ago. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, especially now with Prismatic Evolutions being a bitch and a half to find, and I want those fucking alternate cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really got into the game. Like everybody, I'm like, how do you play this game? And they're like, I don't fucking know. We should just throw them down and play war, like a war-like game. If you threw down Mewtwo, you win. You win Pokemon. You win the Pokemon. But like, I don't know. You've been playing Pokemon for like 20 years now.
Yeah, I've been playing all the games. The trading card game I've picked up and dropped every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I mean, you make an awesome Ash Ketchum cosplayer. Okay, so I was gonna give you a gourmet meal for nostalgia, by the way.
Yeah,
And to do it, you have to think, right? Are you ready for this?
yeah,
Okay, so there's this guy called there's a group. I have to look up the thing here on YouTube. I sent this song to my sister and I'm like, I don't remember this. I'm like, I fucking do. So there's a puppet show group called Blue Sky Puppet Theater. No relation.
yeah.
And there are these it's this puppet show that they go to like elementary schools and they like perform for kids and everything. And one of the favorite songs they did is called Building Bridges.
Yeah.
And this I've seen this show twice when I was in like grade school. And I'm debating when I'm like, does Jablonski know about this? Did these guys attend his elementary school?
Oh boy.
They also did another one called Math is Cool.
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard to
I think I can give
remember.
you a
I don't really much. I don't remember much from way back then.
it was like this the main puppet was like this bunny. And he's like, there's a land that you and I can live in. It's like one of those things where he's like this guy. But yeah, the soundtrack from his online. I'm like, oh my god, I feel like a fucking 3-year-old right now. Yep, I went to kindergarten at 3 years old, and yeah,
Okay.
yep, I was 3 years old. I was the smartest kid in school. But
I'm like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron.
I'm sorry, you're like who from Jimmy Neutron?
That one line from that one line Sheen does.
Oh, I thought you said fiend, and I'm like,
No,
what?
Sheen.
Yeah, right. You did not say that. You said fiend.
No, I said Sheen.
Yeah, right. Sheen, Planet Sheen. Everything was good about Sheen until we got Planet Sheen.
Yeah.
I think there was only
Fuck that.
one joke I liked about Planet Sheen. It's when he gets to his house. He's like, "Now every morning I can wake up with my megaphone and do this." Yeah, I thought that was the best. I'm like, yes. If I get an apartment, I want to do that just to my neighbor. Just open up the morning with that. Just they have the megaphones like, yeah. Yeah, Planet Sheen made me want to kill myself. Let me put it like this, okay? Saturday morning cartoons were great, but Sunday morning cartoons were like, I need
Sunday morning cartoons were more like the the hangover of Saturdays. It's like, yeah, they existed, but were they even really that
that
good?
was the day when Power Rangers was only showed on Nickelodeon. It's like it's kind of like the best way I could describe it's kind of like going to church every once a week. It's like one of those shows that you only see once a week.
Yeah.
That was the only time you could see Back on the Barnyard. But like I remember I'm a Hangover TV. No, you're thinking of Fried Dynamite and Dynamite Action Squad from Cartoon Network.
Oh God.
I remember.
No, I actually wasn't. Because that was after my time.
Oh yeah, that was the time when you like when we started out there. That was some Friday nights were the shit, man.
Yeah, Friday night. Let's see, Friday night Nicktoons, Cartoon Fridays.
Cartoon Fridays was better than Friday Night Nicktoons.
It was, though. I agree. However, I will give. It's like I will say this though.
Yeah.
Friday Night Nicktoons had some of the better programming. However, Cartoon Fridays had the better marketing and the better inserts for for the block.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So
The thing with
yeah,
Cartoon Fridays though was just the sheer level of quality it had. I mean, like it felt like an event.
it did, and that's what gave it the edge over
Yeah.
Friday Night Nicktoons. However, Saturdays it was for Saturday nights.
Yeah.
As much as I love Toonami, and I will always say it's what got me into anime in the first
Uh
place,
huh.
Nickelodeon killed it with Snick.
Yeah. Snick was great. Let me put it this way, okay? Cartoon Network owned Friday nights. Nickelodeon was Saturday nights.
And ABC was Sunday nights, at
Eh,
least with me. No, because of Wonderful World of Disney.
yeah, true. But
Yeah,
like,
because this is
I
how
never watched ABC.
my mom and I we used to watch Wonderful World of Disney
Nice.
like on Sunday night to kind of cap off the weekend before we had to go before she had to go to work and I had to go to school.
You need to yeah, that was a big thing. But like, I liked what Cartoon Network used to do. They showed that was the time when they showed like classic Looney Tunes and shit.
Yeah,
A little heads up here. Big shout out to Rebel Taxi for his Cartoon Fridays video retrospective. It's really good.
is it new? Is that one new or
No,
is
it's
that on
like
the?
I think it came out like last year, if not 2 years ago. It was really
Oh
cool. He
shit!
actually got learned about some of the other like actors, like the girl who plays Tara, who was
Yeah,
Tara in the host with Tommy.
yeah.
She was the voice of Mokuba.
Oh, nice.
I did not know that. I'm like, holy fuck, that is Mokuba. But
But yeah, um,
yeah,
but yeah, I will give credit where it's due on a lot of the weekend blocks that we grew up with. Saturday mornings was like a fucking nightmare a lot of the times because here's the thing, kids. This is for those that didn't have that. This is for the older people.
yeah,
We used the ever living shit out of the flashback button on our remotes
oh yeah, definitely.
because for me it was either Fox Kids or Kids WB or Cartoon Network,
Oh yeah,
and once in a while Nickelodeon and Kids WB because that Kids WB had Pokemon.
yeah, definitely. It was like in the
And
morning,
for me
like
that was like, yeah, for me that was like it was like the kid our version of the little old ladies that would watch their soap operas. We couldn't we had to watch every single episode of Pokemon.
oh yeah, there was like yeah, no one will ever know about Saturday morning cartoons anymore because nowadays it's like fucking educational shit.
um Kind of sort of Me TV Tunes does like a special event for Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah. Like we used
Or,
I don't remember being that guy there. I used to get up early every morning and weekdays just to watch Doug.
Ugh.
I like Doug. I don't care what anybody said.
For me, I remember getting up early in the morning, like about 5-ish, like
Yeah.
5:30 growing up, just to watch Mr. Wizard and then watch Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, good. Cruiser's here for some reason. What are you doing on Shooting the Scythe?
I thought you said it was showtime.
Yes, for Shooting the Scythe. I guess Cruiser's here now. We're talking Saturday morning cartoons. Hey. Uh, Jablonski
Did
was
you ever
saying he,
watch those cartoons? Did you ever watch those cartoons that would come out at 6 a.m. though?
I was
And we
talking
get
about
Yes.
that. Like I was just talking about
We
that.
were just talking about that. I was mentioning I get up like around 5:30-ish just to watch and just have breakfast with my grandfather just to watch Mr. Wizard followed by Legends of the Hidden Temple. I know they're not cartoons,
For me,
but
it was Noggin and Doug.
okay, just we're talking 90s here, so a Fox Kids morning. There was this one show
Of
that aired
course.
that I don't think anybody watched, but I remember it for some
Of
reason.
course, your
attention.
morning show was Fox Kids Cruiser. Come on. Okay, go on.
The fuck does that mean?
Oh my gosh. I like how I had a feeling like please be Fox Kids, please be Fox because we all
No,
had
no, no,
one.
no, you explain to me right here.
Well,
What's
the
that supposed to
well the deal was that like I don't even know. Well, I don't know. I thought Fox Kids have real boring shows, honestly. I didn't really like Fox Kids too much.
You do realize they're the ones who started Power Rangers, right?
Power Rangers,
Did they do?
Animaniacs is where they were. So
Yeah, but I thought
that's where they first were. They
well,
had like
yeah, I
they had
didn't.
the Crypt Keepers. They had the Crypt Keeper game show for a while.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, look, I didn't hate Fox Kids. I just couldn't find it half the time as a kid. I'm like, okay.
Bullshit.
No, I'm
I'm
serious. I
gonna have to
couldn't find
go.
a
I'm
lot of
gonna
shows.
go.
Like here's a little fun fact. Me and my girlfriend, my sister and I didn't realize what channel Cartoon Network was until we were like 8 years old. And we're like, oh, that's where Cartoon Network is because we used to only watch it at my dad's place because he had cable. And I'm like, oh, it's not. We don't need cable. Cool, I could watch it here.
Digimon was on there.
Uh, I never
I
watched
think
it.
Sailor Moon was on there too for a while.
Yeah, okay, no,
And
that was the one thing I know about that. Fox Kids was notorious for doing anime horribly.
they also had X-Men.
The original ones?
Yes.
I didn't watch these, honestly.
Look at Evan trying to act like he's too cool for it.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah,
To
Sailor Moon did
imply
air
that I
Fox
was
Kids.
cool for it before, but no, Cruiser, what did you watch 6 a.m. in the morning every time on the Fox box?
It wasn't Fox Box at the time. It was just Fox
Yeah,
Kids.
let's pretend the Fox box never existed.
It was called Happiness Secret of the Lock.
Let me. I find.
Happiness Secret of the Lock.
Yes.
Was this like an animated show or something?
Yes.
I don't know.
And there was another one called Sing Me a Story.
Sing Me a Story. I remember there was a Disney Channel show of that same name.
Well, it featured if I remember correctly, a Belle look-alike.
No, yeah, that was
Oh,
that was Playhouse Disney. That was Playhouse Disney. It was Sing Me a Story with Belle.
I do remember this.
Yep.
I saw like maybe a few like I didn't watch it, but I saw like a few clips.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Collect.
Mm-hmm. I remembered that for some reason. It lurked in the back of my mind, and then I had to just Google and go, "Oh yeah."
You know, there's a show I was watching a lot of Rebel Taxi just recently, and there was this one show that was there back then. It was called Undergrads.
I remember Undergrad.
Undergrads.
That aired on MTV,
Yeah, it was.
and Good Charlotte did their theme song.
Yes, I was listening. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like that's fucking good, Charlotte, man. But like, I remember I haven't seen episodes all the way through. I've only seen clips from Rebel Taxi's video. There's this one joke where what was the name of the shut-in guy? Oh, his own
Gimpy.
Gimpy, and he was like, his friend joins the frat team, and he's like, dude, I've lost you in the dark side of the frat. He's like, dude, I can still be your friend. He's like, you're on my side and the dark side, like Lando Calrissian. Yeah, Gimpy, like whatever the hell you just said.
Oh, so
That's what I liked
I
about that
forgot
show. You didn't
too.
have to be that
One
they did.
Saturday Morning was also one of the other channels I flipped back and forth to
Oh yeah.
growing up.
But yeah, I like the concept of that show because the friend groups felt like more realistic. You don't have to be a Star Wars fan to be a nerd, or you can just be a jock and be a casual fan. It's like I liked how it was more realistic rather than just the nerds in one thing. But yeah, one Saturday morning, 5 hours of
I
summer was all
loved
they
the mark.
needed. I remember the marketing, and now you look back and said 5 hours of summer is all they needed to survive. They didn't give it to them.
Oh, so I got a show that you guys probably that and one of you I would think would know.
What?
Remember Jim Henson's Animal Show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Cruiser solely does. I never saw that. The only animated show I ever saw was Muppet Babies. That was it.
No, it
It
was a puppet show. It was an edutainment Muppet show with a polar bear and I think
Skunk.
a skunk.
Was it Little Muppet Monsters or was it?
No, it's
Okay,
called Jim Henson's Animal Show.
cool.
I remember that. Those weird cartoons or not cartoons, just shows in general that would air at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning when no child is up.
I'm sorry. Did you just say 6 o'clock?
Sure, let's go with that.
6 o'clock.
Now here's something too.
Uh-huh.
For a while, Animal Planet actually had a children's block.
Oh my god.
They were like your usual shows, like educational shows, like with Steve Irwin and
Oh yeah.
Jack Hanna. But there was one, and Evan, you might know this.
What is it?
Cruiser, I think you would too.
I probably haven't. I didn't watch a lot of Animal Planet, but go on.
Zoo Venture.
No, I wouldn't have known.
Zoo Venture.
It was like a game show that was like I think Legends of the Hidden Temple, but zoo based.
I remember there was one called Wild Animal Games, but gotta be a different show.
I remember the last thing I saw on Planet Channel, Animal Channel. It sounded more funnier. But like there was this thing they were doing. It was called Eaten Alive, where these guys
Funny
go,
enough,
let me explain. So the marketing was these guys are going to like the Amazon jungle, and the goal was to have this guy get eaten by a python, I believe it was.
How
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, they had to give him like you've heard of this, haven't you, Jablonski?
maybe.
So it was like we didn't know how long it was be. It was like me and one of my exes. We were up late saying like, oh my god, like we were looking at people like commenting on there. There were like millions of people viewing this, seeing this guy get eaten by a python. They gave him a chainmail. They gave him everything, right? Hold on, let me see if it's still if you can find online. Animal Planet eaten alive. So they're tracking around this rainforest, like trying to
Okay, I
find
do remember this.
the perfect python.
Yeah.
And yes, the entire thing was just advertising this guy's gonna get eaten by a fucking python. And so we're watching it, and it goes on and on and on and on. And I'm in the comments saying like, dude, when are you gonna be eaten by the goddamn snake? So we finally
So that's what he did before.
So we finally get to the point. We get to the point where they find the python. They put him in chainmail armor and have a camera attached to him, right?
Yeah.
So he's being constricted by the snake, and she bites the camera. And the moment he's done, he's like, okay, she's breaking my bones. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. And then they pull him out. I'm like, everybody in the comment section is like, he didn't get eaten by the snake. We waited 2 hours for you to be eaten by a goddamn snake. What the fuck? They consider it like the most recent version of opening of Capone's vault. You know, the one where they opened the vault and they found like soda bottles inside, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
So that's what Ryan Seacrest was doing.
getting eaten by snakes.
No, he hosted Wild Animal Games.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
let's
like,
see.
I bet you remembered it.
There was also another game show that I personally consider to be the virtual Legends of the Hidden Temple called Masters of the Maze.
I think you remember that one.
Yeah, basically, there was some guy who actually wore this really cool, like, virtual suit. I mean, it really just kind of looked more like armor. Granted, the kind you would see in a video game. But there was a guy who was in the suit, and their friend who was controlling them through a maze, like telling them like go here, go there. They would get stopped occasionally and have to answer questions. If they get one wrong, they actually have to put this visor down and have to navigate through the maze by just feel. I mean, granted, that part was not very hard, but still, they're blind as a bat. They can't see shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking at more on this, and apparently, the whole like 1-800-contacts, right?
Yep.
So they broadcasted a new commercial featuring a character having been eaten by a snake during Eaten Alive. The ad was produced in advance to the special's announcement, but was intended to premiere on January 2015, which is like a week afterwards. But they moved up the premiere. The dialogue of the ad was also amended in reference to the special, with the character remarking that he hoped his predicament would make him famous. On Twitter, the company jokingly noted that, unlike Eaten Alive, someone was actually inside the snake. That being said, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on Shooting the Scythe. We'll be back in a couple next month with all the usual stuff and all the things there. Stay tuned for Ants, and we'll be back in an Ant second.
A few minutes.
Bleh.